Hello, YouTube. Good morning. Here on September 11th, a day that has meaning to different people. A lot of us remember where we were on that day. And so I can lament, which you'll hear a lot today, of never forget. Never forget. That's for sure. And that was definitely a sad day that nothing's ever been the same since. Anyway, just finished almost a 5-mile run, and I was out there thinking. I do a lot of thinking when I'm running. 9/11 was one of them. And then not only that, just fitness. Thinking about how we can decide how we want to age. I'm 51 years old, and I want to take care of myself. And so I'm always learning and reading and discovering new things in regards to nutrition and exercise, and how we don't have to have these degenerative diseases that are so common today. And a lot of our friends and family have them, from diabetes to high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, cancers, obesity, go right on down the line. And a lot of this stems from poor nutrition, diet. The food that we're consuming is huge in what we're consuming. And I think it's important that we educate ourselves on that and change our mindset and how we look at food and nutrition and caring for our bodies so that we can age well. And I'm inspired by people. There's a local gym I go to when I go to the pool. Sometimes I'm the youngest guy in the pool. And these people got 10, 15, 20 years on me and can outswim me. And little do they know, they inspire me. And here in my town here, I see people consistently. I've said hi to them, but I see them out there consistently, out walking, out running. And they inspire me. And not long ago on a road trip, I was at a stop for gas and food at one of those big truck stops. And I saw this truck driver. He was running. I was watching him. He was running laps around the truck stop, and then stopped by his truck and did some calisthenics, push-ups and crunches. And I thought, how awesome is that? And maybe he's inspiring maybe his fellow truck drivers, because a lot of them truck drivers have poor health. And that driving that truck takes a big toll on their body. Anyway, so I hope through my lifestyle, maybe I'm inspiring people. And so by changing my diet and still being able to do pull-ups and some push-ups and sit-ups and bike and run, I can age well myself. and not be that 70, 80-year-old if I live that long. I hope I can live to be 100 and beyond. And I've heard it said that we should live puberty times 7 is how long we should be living. So we should be living healthy lives into to age at least 91. And then you look at the obituaries and you can see consistently the deaths, the age of deaths, and you can just look by their picture. And to me, it's like, man, we are dying too young, and or we're aging, but we're just living with multiple chronic diseases and living these unhealthy lives where it's not good quality, when they're not able to walk or function, but we're keeping them alive. And health is definitely wealth. And when you can still move and still hear and walk and see and do things, but yet we just don't seem to make it a priority in this country or for ourselves, and we just do these self-destructive habits for whatever reason. And it's some people get so much joy and pleasure out of their cigarettes, their alcohols, their greasy foods and processed foods. And well, if that's what you live for and that's your joy, I guess have at it. But not for me. Not for me. And so I'm still continuing to get better. I want to be able to do more pull-ups. I still want to be able to do more push-ups. I want to be able to bike farther, swim farther, and continue to improve physically, mentally. A lifelong learning, educating yourself. Open up a book, read, study, critical thinking, thinking for yourself. And you just see it. People just don't think for themselves. They're believing everything that they hear, taking things at face value. My goodness. And I mean, sir, ma'am, what was the last book you read? I mean, my gosh, how do you not read and learn stuff? And we're just seem to be brain dead. And you watch people sitting either at an airport or a doctor's office, you see them on their phone, and they're playing these doggone games and Candy Crush and all that, just rotting their brain. And you're spending 20, 30 minutes sitting there when you can be educating your mind, learning something. Bring a book with you, or you can do the read on our phones now and digital downloads of books, and there's plenty of free books that you can be reading and studying and educating yourself on things and keeping the mind going and learning. And so that's the way I want to live. And I hope that my life is an example for others, and they can say, Jim, you know what? You inspire me, man. Heck yeah, man. I can appreciate that. I can appreciate a man like that who's wanting to learn and get better each and every day, and continue the journey. Life's a journey, and sometimes we don't start out well in life. Some people got a bad start, or through our own just poor choices in life. And I'm guilty of it too. If I can go back in time to change some things, oh my gosh, what I would do differently, what I know now. And oh my gosh, wouldn't that be nice? But we can't go back. We can't go back in time. And all we can do is move forward and learn from our mistakes and keep moving and progressing and getting better as men and women. And Even though we may not have started out well, we made some mistakes in life, we screwed it up from the floor up. Oh my gosh. Hello. If there's anybody that can relate to that, I can. Dang, did I mess some things up. But we're still here. I'm up. I saw another day. Sunshine, blue skies, green grass. Hey, look at the positives. Look at the positive side. We've got another opportunity in this life. And some would say, well, Jim, life has no meaning. It's not going to amount to a hill of beans in the end anyway, Jim. This life is futile, and when you're dead, you're dead. It's not going to mean anything. It's meaningless, Jim. It's just all meaningless. And I hear that, and I can understand where they're coming from, but I just can't believe that this is just all meaningless, that our lives are meaningless, that we're here meaningless. And I think life is exactly what you make of it. What you make of it. And it can be a joy as much as you can, even though there is a lot of pain, there's a lot of suffering, a lot of unfairness, so much of it in this life. But we can choose some things also. We do have control of some things, and focus on the good and find joy in things and have meaning in life and purpose in life. And so I think that's sad to think that this is all for nothing. But keep going. That's what I try to do. And other people, even though I don't know them, they inspire me. So anyway, just kind of thought I would shoot a video, share some thoughts, and take care of yourselves. Body, mind, spirit, all of that. And we're all connected. This planet, us. And some things are still a mystery. And hopefully one day we'll know the answer to it all. But in the meantime, we just keep going. Anyway, knock out a few more push-ups, pull-ups. I think David Goggins would call that nickel and dimes. 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups. He would do a series of those. In remembrance of 9/11. And do a few more for them, because they're not here to enjoy days like today, but we are. And I think about the veterans that aren't here anymore. And I remind myself, Jim, you live for them. They can't, but you're still here. And they want you to live and enjoy life. They'd want it that way. Anyway, take care. We'll see you. Be safe out there.